Hello there. So today I'll be talking about iShares China Large Cap ETF, FXI. So what exactly is this and why am I talking about this today? Well, just so you know, FXI tracks an index of the 50 largest and most liquid Chinese stocks traded on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, right? And FXI is among the largest and most popular China ETFs with superb AUM and strong daily volume. So it has a strong daily volume. People get to trade it a lot, and the fund holds 50 of the largest H shares, P chips, red chips listed in the Hong Kong. Right, mainly listed A shares and US listed Chinese mega caps like Baidu, classified as an N share, aren't included. Understandably, FXI doesn't fit well with the MSCI benchmark, which holds hundreds of securities and includes A shares traded in Shanghai and Shenzhen, which still aren't fully accessible to foreign investors. But well, now, why am I talking about this? Well, um, the fund's pair rank reflects the ranking of a fund's MSCI ECG fund's quality score against the score of other funds within the same pair group. So it's actually quite promising. It's a good one. But in the meantime, I would like to show us a little about what entails this, FXI, right? What is so special about it? Well, I tell people every time before you invest, take a look at some key things that can, keep your hopes high a little bit and make you, sure that this is actually something worth investing in. So one of the parameters I actually, take my time to, get to look at is actually the average daily volume. How well do people trade this particular asset? So you can see that it has an average daily volume of $786.57 million. So that's a huge sum of money, more than $500,000. So people get to trade this a lot. And I also pay attention to the assets under management. So the asset under management, I want to know how much um, people people's assets are worth, right? You get to know if it's something you can also, put your money in and get to see. So you can see that the assets under management are actually $3.27 billion. So that's a whole lot of money. And we all know that China adds a lot to the world's economy, right? Based on what they produce and so on. And well, you can also pay attention to the weighted average market cap, which is 181.18 billion. Wow. So, and they pay dividends actually, and the next ex dividend date, which is actually um, on the 14th of December 2020. So, and we can get to know that the number of holdings is 52. So, you can get to invest these, you can actually get dividends. So, it's actually a good thing to invest in because you invest and you get paid dividends, right? So now let me just take a look um, at some of the charts that might interest you. So here's the chart. This is the max, right? You can get to see that it's actually not bad. It's just really good. You see, at some point, as of 2004, a long time ago, you can see this has always been going up, but due to the general economic meltdown, it's been going down. But still, it's been trying to pick up again, and still, it's been quite stable and actually good. To me, I think this chart is really good. So if we take a look at, for example, for 5 years, how does it play? So you can get to see that for 5 years, it's actually not bad. Actually, which is really good. So for people who want to invest on a long-term basis, this is actually a good thing to key into because it's actually stable. Aside the fact that it's stable, it's really good. So let's see some of the parameters, right? You can get to see that for 1 month it has a negative 5.69% due to the economic situation, and for 3 months you can get to see it has 1.81%. For 1 year, 5.51, which is good. For 3 years, 0.41. For 5 years, you can get to see 5.94%. So, should you want to invest on a long-term basis, this is one of the things you should actually key into. And for 10 years, you can see 2.43, not bad, but as long as it's stable, it's actually good, right? So, the top 10 countries, just Hong Kong, 100%. right? And here the FXI top 10 sectors, right, is into financials, which is 47.22%, technology 29%, energy 6.98%, telecommunications 5.62%, healthcare 3.20%, industrials 2.36%, I beg your pardon, consumer cyclicals 2.23%, utilities 1.76%, basic materials 1.61%. And here the top 10 holdings, continuation, you can get a C. My trend, they are playing 9.35. So you can get a pick any of these companies and get to invest in them. I'm sure you must have heard about Alibaba Group, right? Which is really good. You can see based on the highest percentage, you can see that the Meituan, their ping has the 9.35%. So for this to have this high percentage amongst the rest, it should be something really good. So you can keep an eye on it and take this and invest in it. Or you can go with Tencent Holdings Limited 9.04%, China Construction 8.72%, Alibaba 6.07, like I said, and Ping and Insurance 5.06%, Industrial and Com 4.34%, China Mobile Limited 4%, and Xiaomi Corp Class B 3.83, and Shuhi Biologics 3.66%, and Bank of China, wow, 3.51%. So everything sums up weighing 57.59%. So it is really good. You can see that China is actually is a country you should actually invest in. I mean, the Hong Kong market. I mean, so you can get to see that the expense ratio is here, the median tracking difference. You can see everything listed here. And now let's pay attention to the daily speed. You can get to see the people are still, based on the economic profile at the moment, you can still see that people are still trading this well. It's been going on for quite some time now this year. When those crises, you can get to see that it's still going and people are still struggling, people are still trading, and you can see that it's really going up. People are trading, so it's a good time to trade on this, right? And you can get to see right here. Can you get to see something here that is quite interesting? Median daily share volume 17,356.278. Wow. That's just really impressive. And you can see the max premium discount for 12 months. You can see 4.17%. Right. So these are the things you should key into and let them make you invest in things like this that are really, really interesting to, withhold. Right. And here is something. Now you can see the volume based on the month. You can get to see December, February. You can see the April, June, July, and September. You can get to see how much people got to trade based on the months, right? So here are the financial, sector breakdown. Actually, the FX breakdown, so you can get to see everything like I listed before. So it's actually a good one. You can key into it, but before I finish, let me just show you one of the things I would like to talk about based on investing's ratings, right? So if you take a look, like I showed you before, you can get to see that they also pay dividends. Can you see dividends? Dividend yield is actually 2.5%. It's still the same iShares China large cap, right? And the dividends TTM is actually 0.75%. Wow. So it's actually a good one. You can just key into it, and I'm sure you will not regret it. It's one of the ETFs you should think about once you're looking for something quite lucrative and stable. So take your time. You can also check it out, and it's actually not expensive. It's traded on the NICE market, and it goes for 40.70%. I mean, as of the last trading session. So, and you can get to see that it opened for $40.45, and it previously closed at 41.11, and the volume is actually 23,398.433. Wow. So it is actually a good one, and you can see 1 year change 3.1